And hello, all my fellow nerds out there. This is Oracle Nerd Richie, and welcome back once again to Doki Doki Literature Club Blue Skies mod. So last time, we got started on this series with two episodes, and today we're on episode 3. We're continuing on the Sayori route as intended, and well, I guess we'll continue after I finish this poem here, because my God, this would take up a lot of the recording time. I will tell you that much. So, so I will see you after I complete this poem, and we'll continue the story from there. Oh God, not this again. Depression. She just yippies at that, and there we go. That should be it. All right. Just a few days ago, I never would have thought that I'd look forward to an extracurricular so much. But here I am, back for a nerd club meeting and anticipating new antics from everybody. The usual scene awaits me as I step into the club room. Hi, Richie. Hey, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, it's all. Is that so? Well, it's nice to see you so cheery. Anyway, what's new? I got some exciting news. What's up? Did you know that the student store sells a brand new strawberry milk now? I saw when I passed by on my way here. I should have known better than to expect actual news from Sayori. Huh, I don't think I've tried that yet. I don't know, strawberry milk is usually too sweet for me. What? But it goes great with melted bread. Sayori, you could eat a packet of raw sugar and you'd still say it's not sweet enough. Hey, that's an exaggeration. Seriously though, it goes really well with bread. The milk is sweet, but it still has that unique tart strawberry flavor that's eased by the richness of the milk. And when you pair that with fresh bread, the sweetness is spread out even more, so that it just the right amount of flavor. Wow, when did you become Gordon Ramsay? I'm a food expert, so you should trust me on this. I mean, given how many snacks you eat every day, I don't doubt that you know your food well. I'm gonna take that as a compliment, you meanie. So I'm a meanie for giving her a compliment. Anyway, aren't you hungry now? Talking about food always makes me hungry. Now you mention it, maybe a little. Great, let's go to the student store and buy snacks together then. Now I see what she's playing at. I raise an eyebrow and Sayori notices. Richie, why are you looking at me like that? Well, Sayori, I have a nagging suspicion that you're only trying to convince me to come with you because you don't have any money. And you just want me to buy you a snack. What? I would never do that. Oh, really? Then let's see your purse. Huh? Your purse. Let's see it. Sayori laughs awkwardly as she pulls out her coin purse, which she opens it with and dumps its contents onto the desk. 2 small coins fall out. Tisk, tisk, tisk. This little ruse might have actually worked had Sayori not pulled it on me numerous times when we were younger. The amount of times she managed to trick me into buying her another ice cream. Guess some things never change. Change. Get it? Because coins? Okay. Nice try, Sayori. Fair. How did you know? Now, wouldn't you like to know? Just call it intuition. In response, she sticks out her tongue out at me. Typical. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice she was eavesdropping. Looking over direction, I catch her peeking over the top of a book. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Richie to let me borrow some money. That's none of my business, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can reasonably afford. It's shameful to manipulate people into doing and buying things for you. Wow, isn't that a little harsh? I'm only messing around with Sayori after all. I didn't mean that. That came out much harsher than I intended. Sorry, well... Yuri blushes in embarrassment looking away from us while playing the strand of her hair. I apologize for how I've been acting lately. It looks like she might still be a bit ashamed of how she acted yesterday. You know, it's okay to be honest sometimes. You shouldn't always keep things that bother you to yourself. That's... There's no way you could think that after. You were right, though. I shouldn't trick people into buying me things. Funny, funny how your 10-year-old self didn't see it that way. Yuri lets out a small laugh, covering her mouth with her hand. Even the way she laughs is so shy and proper. Is this mischievous behavior something Sayori used to display as a child then? Oh yeah, although back then I fell for it time and time again. You wouldn't believe how much candy Sayori managed to con me out of. Don't make it sound like it. Don't make me have to be so sneaky, Richie. Although those candies were so good. I'm surprised, Sayori. Coming from you, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Eh, what's going on here? Oh, nothing much. Sayori here just up to some mischief. Oh? Yeah, she tried to trick me into buying her a snack. Hey, that's not true. Monica smiles wryly and turns to me. I'm assuming this isn't the first time. Well, you'd be right. We all shared a little chuckle at that. Well, everyone except Sayori does. Hey, you guys are being really mean. Okay, we're sorry, but you did bring this upon yourself. Yeah, I know. But in my defense, I really am hungry. Well, Natsuki chimes in. If you're really not hungry, you can have this if you want. She offers up a giant cookie wrapped in plastic, and Sayori immediately snatches it out of her hands. Thank you. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and then goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up and nudges Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, seriously just do that? Mouth full, Sayori trots away in safety. Yuri, Monica, and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Oh, tell me about it. How many times have I heard that phrase in the Pokemon series? Monica, can you tell Sayori to quit taking my stuff? Sayori, you know you shouldn't do something like that without without permission. Monica scolds Sayori. I know. I'm sorry, Natsuki, but it was so good. Hey! Everyone but Natsuki chuckles. These things happen a lot, Monica. A little bit too much, to be honest. Don't worry, it's all good fun. Good fun is teasing each other from time to time, not stealing food. Oh, calm down, it's no big deal. Natsuki pouts in her seat. Everyone calms down and quickly returns to their normal activities. Sayori has finally managed to finish the entire cookie. Meanwhile, Natsuki gets up and heads to the closet, and Yuri is already lost in her book. Richie! She suddenly comes up to me. I need to get some stuff from the other classroom. Can you come with me? Stuff? What stuff? Well, you know how the festival's right around the corner. Monaco's going to make some posters to advertise it. So, we'll need to get some crayons, markers, and glue sticks and that kind of stuff. Ah, right. Well, yeah, I'll come with you. Yay! We'll be back real soon, Monica. You seem quite excited about this, Sayori. Of course, it's so much fun exploring empty classrooms. Isn't that right, Richie? Monica laughs and nods at us. Okay, just don't forget the poster paper. I won't. Ready, Richie? Uh-huh, let's go. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as she hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Everything is like an adventure to her. Hey, Sayori? What exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Monica and I have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. we're gonna do poetry performances. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone's gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. Ah, that sounds, well, not exactly boring, but will people be that interested? Richie, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems. It's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poem like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. I, wow, Sayori. I had no idea you had that in you. Huh? What do you mean? I just never heard you talk like that before. No, it's not a bad thing. No, it's not a bad thing. It was really good. It was just a big contrast from your bubbly self. I'm sure Yuri and Monica would really appreciate it too. We've been working super hard on that poem, so it's good to know you liked it. I'm excited for the festival. Not not just because we'll get to eat loads of food, like Natsuki said. Hey, Meanie, no, it's not just because of that. Although that is part of it. Hey, Richie, this classroom here is empty. I think we'll find what we need in here. Let's start our mission. Strange choice of words for someone going into a classroom to get art supplies. But hey, that's Sayori in a nutshell. Living in her own little world. Her childish enthusiasm is infectious and brings about a special feeling I forgot I had in me. Some kind of innocent sense of wonder, where even the most mundane of tasks or quests, in walking down a classroom is magical journey. The two of us enter the classroom. Zoe heads straight to the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Zoe pulls out a box of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. They're kind of dirty though. Zoe starts pulling various crayons out of the box and reading their color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Can you move over so I can look for the poster paper? Ah, I dropped it by accident. Smack. Yeah. So he bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls on the floor and crayons spill over her lap. Ow. Sayori, are you okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. What happened? Did you cut it? Is it bruised or... No, nothing like that. I think just bumped it. Jeez, Sayori, you really had me worried for a second there. I can't help but chuckle. This is such a typical thing to happen to Sayori. It's almost like she's got clumsy written across her forehead. Which, fittingly enough, is where she's hurt herself. Hey, why are you laughing, you meanie? Sorry. I'm not laughing at you or anything. It's just, this is so typical of you. What's that meant to mean? Nothing. Let me see your forehead. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hand, Sayori. But it hurts. Aww. I'll be gentle, I promise. It won't hurt. Sayori slowly releases her hand from her forehead. I gently brush her bags aside. Oh, sorry. There's a huge red mark in the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Don't worry. It's not that bad. But it really hurts. Her whimpering triggers a really strong protective instinct I didn't know I had. Hey, I'll get you some ice. It'll keep the swelling down. It should relieve a bit of the pain. Just stay here, okay? I'll be back as soon as I can. Actually, where would I find some ice? Think, Richie, think. I got it. A cold drink should do the trick. Are you sure? You don't have to. I think I'd make a great unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori still makes a silly joke. I'm sure you make a great unicorn, but I think I prefer you as a human. Aw, unicorns are so cool, though. Anyway, I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out of the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? I guess it doesn't really matter since she won't be drinking it. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I'll purchase that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and using the other hand to clumsily scoop the crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilt them. Here you go. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump of her head. Immediately, her laughter subsides, replaced by a gasp of pain. Ding! I know, I'm sorry. It'll feel better soon, I promise. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, Richie. This kind of reminds you of you growing up, doesn't it? Huh? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like, I usually fell behind and had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself for or were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault, you know. I remember those days. You were always so clumsy. And I guess nothing much has changed, huh? Hey, I did this deliberately, you know. I raised an eyebrow. I've always wanted to be a unicorn. That has to be perhaps the least believable excuse I've heard in a while. Okay. I guess I've never really been on the graceful side. I did always feel bad whenever you got hurt when we played together. Looking back, I should have been more mindful of what you could and couldn't do. I guess it's the same here. If I hadn't rushed you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hurt yourself. My mother was right. She'd scold me after you got hurt, always telling me I had to be more careful around you. Richie, don't feel bad about it. It's my own fault for being so clumsy. Besides, even if I got hurt, those times are still my favorite memories of us. It also made me realize how thoughtful you are. Huh? I wasn't thoughtful at all. I just got you hurt. No, that's not what I mean. You're always looking out for me. Even after all these years, you always rush to help me. No matter what situation, you're always there to reassure me and make me feel safe. I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. It's just around you. It feels natural, I guess. I just do it subconsciously before I even know it. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess it's what happens when you've been friends for so long. I don't know if I've told you this before, but I'm really grateful we're friends, Richie. I'll admit, I kinda missed you over the years. We used to hang out a lot. I was surprised when you approached me the other day. I wasn't really sure what to make of it all at first. But as we got to hang out in the club, share poems, and walk home, I realized that nothing has really changed. Do you think we'll be like this forever, Richie? As much as I want to say yes, there's no telling of how life will be for us during college, or even afterwards. Still, I can be positive, though. I sure hope so, Sayori. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. We haven't really talked in years, and when we do, it's just like nothing's really changed. I think I read somewhere that's a sign of a friendship that's built to last. So here's hoping. I hope so too. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. Who'd have guessed that such a simple action to get some crayons would have resulted in such a heartfelt moment? Then again, with Sayori, it's impossible to tell. Anyway, I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know. Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Sayori hops to her feet. Ah! She clutches her forehead again. Sayori, don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Sorry. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back! Good timing. I was just about ready to start with sharing our poems. Eh? Sayori, your forehead. I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf. Are you okay, Sayori? Yeah, I'm fine. Richie got me a nice cold drink. Right, okay. Glad you're okay, Sayori. Did you get everything we needed? Uh-huh. I have it right. Eh? Sayori frankly glanced around herself. Forgot all the stuff! Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. Found the poster paper, too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Richie. Ah, well, Sayori. I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure! Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Thanks, you two. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I returned to my seat. Okay, let's go in order again. Richie, your poems are seriously amazing. I can't believe you never told me how good a poet you were. Huh? Sayori, I'm really not that great. You're the only one who likes my poems this much. Really? I guess I'll be honest with you. I find it easier to write poems when I'm thinking about our memories together. Eh? Really? Sounds a bit strange, doesn't it? I nervously laughed, noticing the blush that's crept up on Sayori's cheeks. I don't know, I feel like my life's kind of boring. Like, whatever happens in it is just literally that. Whereas with you... Well, whenever I look back on our memories, everything seems to be such an adventure wherever you were around. Like when we went exploring in that forest near our house ages ago. You made it seem like it was an exciting adventure, kind of like we were both archaeologists or something. Whereas if I went there myself, I just think I was going for a stroll in the forest. I glanced over at Sayori. She has a faraway look on her face, wearing a wistful smile. Yeah, I remember that. I was convinced there were spooky wood trolls out there. That's exactly what I mean. You got such a vivid imagination. I guess I could tap into that imagination whenever I'm thinking about you. We have this sort of connection. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And it's still there, even after all these years. I think I sort of understand what you mean. Can I ask you a favor, Richie? What's up? Can I keep this poem? This is the first time you've written something for me. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but I didn't write it for you. But okay, you can keep it. I still don't think my poetry skills are anything special. I can have it? Yay! Thank you! Hold on, Sayori. Not everyone has read my poem yet, so I think it'd be unfair to give you my poem right now. Oh, that's true. I should have thought the others first. It's fine. I get that you're just excited. I'll give it to you later, okay? Okay. Anyway, I still need to read yours. I totally forgot. It's nowhere as good as yours, though. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. Okay, so this is the same one as the normal one. Do you want? Okay, I don't see anything different. I mean, this is a good chance to just enjoy the music at least. Wow, Sayori. I didn't expect this at all. Did you really write this? Of course I did. Remember what I said was the best poem ever yesterday? Well, here it is. After all, Monica's taught me a lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. So that's what this poem is about. It's supposed that which is obvious, unlike Yuri or Monica's poems, Sayori's are relatively simple to figure out. So, if I've interpreted this correctly, you're basically doing everything you can to keep your friends happy. Yay, you got it! I really enjoyed writing this one. Just getting your thoughts out onto paper and turning them into a poem, it's like magic. Well, I think it's amazing. You should be proud of it. Eh, thank you, Richie. That means a lot. I didn't think it was that good, though. Nah, it's great, seriously. I can't help but notice that the latter half of the poem isn't quite as cheery. In fact, it's somewhat alarming, a very dark contrast from the cheeriness I'm used to with Sayori. Although, maybe I'm looking this into a little too much, but the end of the poem is pretty dark. And you said you've been in touch with your feelings recently, so I'm just checking. Is everything okay? Of course, silly. I forgot to tell you, I really like writing about bittersweet stuff. Stuff that isn't just happy or just sad. A mixture of the two. And this poem shows what I mean. It's just my writing style. Ah, okay, that makes sense, I guess. Well, either way, I'm glad you're enjoying writing so much. I hope you keep it up. Good to have a hobby. Of course, and hopefully you'll also stick with it. So I look forward to seeing all the poems you write in the future. Well, no guarantees there. But just from seeing the passion in Sayori's eyes, it's hard to be pessimistic. Okay, Natsuki. Well, not bad, but not good. Honestly, it's just like your first poem. Yeah, I did kind of try to write it like my first one. Although I did attempt to make it a little bit better. Well, mission accomplished, I guess. Still, same things as last time. Try to make it more creative. It's just kind of bland as it is. Noted. But yeah, I should probably show you mine. Here. I don't get it. Oh wait, this is actually different. I don't get why people will hate on good rhymes. They act like it's dumb and a waste of their time. I don't diss their free verse or deep subject types. Be dark all you want, just keep in your gripes. Oh sure, you can tell me if you have a problem. Just keep it constructive and things will be awesome. I I like to I like to know what that our readers will differ. There is no best style, or you smuggle glue sniffer. My poems may be simple and often straightforward, but charm can be found in such whimsy and order. Not all poems can be as complex as you like. If you think otherwise, you can go take a hike. What about kids or the elderly too? Some read for fun, I guess unlike you. Let us just go and enjoy what is written. You wouldn't like it at all, that much is given. But give things a chance, you might find something nice. Just open your mind, that will suffice. So, what do you think? I mean, it's well written at least. I'm not sure how I should confront Natsuki about this. But to say that she still holds a grudge from yesterday would be an understatement. God forbid Yuri sees this poem. Well, that's a given. But yeah, you could say I was inspired. You, it really felt good to pound out these lines. Poetry is an amazing emotional outlet, you know. Huh. Anyway, I can't wait to show Yuri this poem. Wait, hold on. What? Natsuki, do you really think showing her this poem is a good idea? You're really going at her throat with this. Don't you think you should work out your issues with her? Yeah, well, she never tries to see things my way. So why should I? I think that's the wrong way to go about this. Relationships are a two-way street. Both people have to to make things right. Why don't you try being the bigger person and just talk to her first? But I already know that she's not going to try. She's just always so preoccupied with looking complicated and smart. It's clear to me that she doesn't care if anyone can understand her, including me. You can't understand her if you don't even try. She might speak using more complex vocabulary, and she might have mannerisms that seem strange to you. But from what I've seen of the both of you, she's more similar to you than you might think. Eh? That's... Aren't you judging a book on its cover right now? Erk. Well, whatever. You can't hold this grudge forever, you know. At least think of Monica and Sayori. Fine, I won't show Yuri my poem. Are you happy? I won't be happy until you try to talk to her. She's not going to bite, Natsuki. Alright, I get it. I'll try to talk to her sometime. Thanks. You're gonna do the club proud. Shut it. Man, now I have to this poem away. I worked really hard on it, you know. You could easily turn that energy away towards the more positive things, though, right? I guess so. Ugh, I'm just so frustrated that my poem's message missed the mark this time. You should always try to make something people can take a message away from. Remember that. Anyway, I'm gonna write a good one tomorrow, so just you wait. Alright, Yuri. Um, I'm sorry if I've offended you. Eh? I said that Siri's writing style wasn't the best. But it seems that you prefer that style to mine. So in a way, I was saying that your writing style is bad as well. Yuri, that's a bit of a leap. I hope you can forgive me. Yuri, it's okay for you to have an opinion. No, that doesn't make you evil. You should know that. You should know this would happen. If I try to prepare my words, I just sound awkward and weird. But if I just try to speak my mind, I come off as unfiltered, and people dislike me anyway. So please don't force yourself to be around me. I know this is what Monica wants, but it's clear that you'd be happier if you spent more time around the others. Yuri, please, you don't have to pay me, it's okay. Besides, I have my books with me. They'll never abandon me or leave me alone. They're all I ever needed, anyway. Yuri shows me a plaintive smile before turning around and heading back to her own desk. I really didn't mean to upset her, but no matter what I say, she won't listen to me. She really seems to think that I hate her, although that couldn't be further from the truth. I sighed to myself. All I can do is accept that's how she is. If she actually wants to be alone, then I'll have to respect the request and leave her be. Oh, my poor girl. Hi again, Richie. I'm trusting that the club's been doing you well. Same answer as yesterday. That's nice to hear. So, how's the writing going? Alright, I guess. Just alright, No, I guess I should say that it's revolutionized my world and brought color into my previously lifeless, life. Well, I say that, but the club is not, if not for the poetry, really has made my days more interesting. Okay, can it with the sarcasm, mister. At least you're not hating it though, right? Nah, it's been an interesting experience at least. Gives me a new hobby to do. I'm happy that you're applying yourself at least. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. I want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Pressurized. Oh wait, is this slightly different? I float there, in vast hollow emptiness, large or small, grandiose, overwhelming, yet a dust mote, drifting, meandering, carried along in endless void. But then I realize, my eyes open bloodshot, my mouth opens, gasping for breath in this crushing, suppressing, restraining, boundless, everlasting, suffocating vacuum of torment. Atmosphere Pascal tore, screaming with no mouth, stretching, restraining, unrelenting, clawing with no nails, disintegrating in suffocating poem of absence. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Really, your freeform too, if that's what you call it. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of the thing that I never really seen before, I guess. The other girls don't do this stuff nearly as much as you, at least. Yeah, you could say that they're a bit more traditional when it comes to their structure. But I kind of like playing with the space on my paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. It fragments everything and leaves a dissonant tone with the reader. I see. I guess that there's a lot of things you can do with poetry. Definitely, poetry is very much an art form. You're meant to craft poems that using the never before seen combinations of words and to interpret the world around you. You really love poetry, huh? Maybe you should write a poem about poetry someday. That's not a bad idea. Anyway, it's hard for me to tell what your poem's about. Sometimes I think asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. Poem can be as abstract as physical expressions of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's my observation for the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? Now, now we've all had to experience that at this point with poetry discussions and all. But it can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much effort into. If you find other people who enjoy writing though, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things that you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. Yeah, it definitely is more helpful to get real criticism and feedback rather than just empty words. I guess I've really hit the mother lode with this literature club. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oof. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? Actually, Natsuki and I haven't shared yet. Oh, I can feel a storm coming on. Yuri hesitantly approaches Natsuki, who isn't meeting her eyes. And considering Natsuki's poem for today, it's no wonder she doesn't want to share with Yuri. Judging by Monica Sayori's anxious expressions, it seems to be thinking along the same lines as I am. I can practically see Natsuki sweating pinballs. Meanwhile, Yuri appears to be blissfully unaware of the situation. I'd convinced Natsuki to reconcile with Yuri, but if she sees Natsuki's poem, well, it's all over. So, Natsuki, if I may? How about we do this tomorrow instead? I'm not feeling well. It's my time of the month. I can practically see Monica internally face palming. Natsuki must have forgotten that the club isn't all girls anymore. Is that so? I'm sorry, you must feel absolutely terrible if you can't even share your poem today. You don't need to apologize, it's not your fault. I can definitely share tomorrow. Well, if you aren't well enough to share your own poem, would you like to see mine? I wrote it thinking of our argument the other day. I suppose that I wanted to show you that I'm more open-minded than I may have appeared. As a way of repenting. I know that's not much, but hopefully this can contribute to a reconciliation between us. Although we may have our disagreements, I would like to consider you as a friend. And friends forgive each other. Ooh, I'm sorry if that's presumptuous of me to say. No, it's not presumptuous of you to say that, because I'd consider you a friend too. So, you can hand over that poem then. With a shy smile, Yuri hands a sheet of the paper in her hands over to Natsuki. As Natsuki reads the poem, her eyes widen. You're writing using rhyme and stuff? Like me? You could say that you convinced me to practice adding more lyricism to my poetry. Natsuki looks like she's speechless for once. Thanks, Yuri. It's awesome. There's really no need to thank me. Well, I'm really glad that I got to know you. And I'll definitely have something that'll knock your socks off tomorrow. Then I'll be looking forward to it. I do hope you'll feel better tomorrow so that you could share your work with me then. Yeah, of course. That was a crisis and a half avoided. I'm really glad that Natsuki and Yuri worked things out. It seems that Monica and Sayori feel the same way. It's good to see everyone getting along. Now that we are done sharing though, I have something to discuss with you all. That's a great opportunity for explaining the club that's coming up. For expanding the club that's coming up. Is this about the festival? You could say that. Do we really have to do something? It's only in a few days, so it's not like we'll be able to come up with anything good. Yes, that's something I'm concerned about as well. With such little time left to prepare, I doubt we'll be able to put together anything good to attract new members. Yeah, we'll just end up embarrassing ourselves. Oh, don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Nothing more than a few decorations. I can design some pamphlets and hand them out at the event, and Sayori made posters that put up around the school. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually be doing for this event. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to put up poetry performances. A what? Monica. If everyone's going to choose one poem to recite out loud. It doesn't have to be written by you as long as you put your heart into the recitation. Although, of course, it'd be great if you could show off your own work. And the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite their poems too. Yeah, I put a thing on the poster that says, "Bring your own poems." It's gonna be so cool. Sari pulls a poster out of her bag and holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? Don't tell me you started putting those posters up already. Eh? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, you didn't even ask us before you started advertising. We never agreed to stand up in front of a bunch of random people and perform our poems. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, yes, let's please calm down and take a moment to think about it. I understand that you two haven't had much experience sharing your poems out loud. In fact, we all haven't done that much. But I still think we should try our best. Look around. Monica motions to all of us. We're all here because we have a passion for literature and this club. Don't you want to share that passion with other people to inspire them to pursue their inner writer? Yeah. It's all about exploring yourself and trying new things all while having fun. Monica and I nod our heads in agreement. Natsuki and Yuri, on the other hand, remain silent. Guess that means it's my turn to say something. I mean, I don't think it's that much to ask. As Monica said, we're all here because we care about the club and want to see it flourish. And if all that means is a 2-minute poetry performance, then I think we can manage. Sari and Monica's face light up as I finish speaking. Hey, it isn't like we don't care about the club. It's just, do we really have to perform? You know how hard it is to get new members. It's because people are just narrow-minded jerks. They don't even give literature a chance. Who's to say this festival will be any different? I'm inclined to agree with Natsuki. I'm sorry, Monica. I know how much you want to do this, but I just can't imagine performing it in front of a crowd of strangers. Well, at least Yuri and Natsuki have proven they can agree on something. Monica sighs and closes her eyes as she rubs her temples. Look, guys, I know you're anxious. I understand that. I really do. To be honest with you, I'm a little nervous myself. After all, it's my club, so people are going to judge me for the most if our performance doesn't go well. Natsuki, if it makes you feel any better, a few friends will be coming along. They're lovely people. They won't judge you for your tastes. I've known them for a few years, trust me. Natsuki huffs, turning away. She doesn't look particularly convinced. And Yuri, I know it's a scary thought, but I've thought of a way to ease you into it. Why don't we start by practicing our poems to each other in the club? No way! Monica! That's too sudden! Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of a club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? I mean, she's got a point there. But, Monica, there's just gotta be something else you can do. Yuri nods vigorously at Natsuki's words, anxiety written all over her face. But guys... No, Sayori, it's okay. If you guys really think we can do better than a poetry performance, then I'll gladly go along with an alternative. So, any ideas? An awkward silence fills the room. We all glance at each other anxiously before Sayori finally speaks up. Ooh, we could... Sayori steps and thinks to herself for a moment. Wait, no, never mind. That wouldn't work. Once again, the room falls silent. Well then, I guess we can't come up with something different after all. Monica laughs, attempting to ease the tension in the room. I know you guys may not be most on board with this idea, but I think it's our best option. Please, guys, please. Can you stop pressuring us? I'm honestly surprised Natsuki's putting up such a resistance. I knew she was a little hot-headed, but even still. I'm not pressuring you, Natsuki. Both of them have raised their voice. Yuri looks a little startled, and Sayori looks anxious to intervene. Well, guys, please, there's no need to get angry. Can we just discuss this normally? Monica reflects on Sayori's words, looking a little ashamed of her outburst. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to raise my voice. It's just, this festival is important to me, that's all. Ever since I created the club, I've always wanted to show other people. Natsuki, Yuri, I imagine you were both a little apprehensive when Richie joined, right? After all, he was an unfamiliar face. She smiles warmly at me. But look, he's integrating really well. She faces Natsuki. I mean, you two bonded over manga, right? He asked you for your recommendation, and from what I could gather, you both share common interest. Hey, it's not like we bonded or anything. It was just nice to find someone else who likes manga, is all. She shoots a look at Yuri. Of course, how silly me to forget. Anyway, maybe some of the new members might also be manga enthusiasts. Who knows? Surely you'd like being able to share your passion with other people, right? Natsuki shrugs half-heartedly. I suppose that'd be cool, yeah. Monica beams. See, that's exactly my mentality, wanting to share things you like with new people. Yeah, I know that. It's just, are there really no other ideas? Remember, poetry performances are a pretty big part of this club. We want to show people what our meetings are really like. If we just gave out posters and showed them our poems in writing only, it wouldn't be really fair reflection. Seeing that there's no real way she's going to win this, Natsuki sits back and grumbles at something under her breath. So, what do you guys think? For me, for us? Fine. I still think this is a good idea. I still don't think this is a good idea, but fine, I'll do it. Just stop guilt-tripping us. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. And you, Yuri? Yuri nervously glances at each of our expectant faces. But Monica, what if people start being inconsiderate and disturb us or laugh? I'm not surprised that Yuri is worried about this. Oh, don't you worry. If anyone steps out of line, I'll put a swift stop to that. She has a stern glint in her eye, and I have to repress a shiver. I'm glad she's with us. Yuri looks somewhat relieved, but it's clear she's still worried. She swallows and nods. I suppose I don't really have a choice, do I? I shake my head. Okay, I'll do it. Yay, that's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. I know you'll do great, Yuri, just trust me. But anyway, let's move back to the main event. While we have time, I want each of you to choose a poem of yours to practice reciting in front of each other. Yuri and Natsuki exchange uneasy glances, but don't say anything. Don't worry, I'll go first so everyone feels a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook, searching for a specific poem. Ah, here we are. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins to recite the poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. Her eyes move across the page, in sync with her lips. Every word has the perfect amount of emotion put behind it, making the poem almost come to life. Her inflection is extraordinary. I'm impressed, and judging by a quick glance around me, so is everyone else. Suri looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Even Natsuki, one's sour attitude, is replaced by awe. Finally, Monica finishes her recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? Yep! Sayori jumps from her chair and takes Monica's place in front of the room. This poem is called, how did you do it so easily, Monica? Well, try to imagine you're alone, like you're reciting to yourself. It's your poem, so it'll come out best that way. Oh, I think I get it. Suri nods to herself. Anyway, this poem is called My Meadow. Suri begins reciting her poem. It seems as if her soft voice is a perfect match. As for the poem itself, it has a similar tone when compared to her other ones. It's peaceful yet somber at the same time. Bittersweet, you could call it. Hearing the poem in Suri's voice almost gives it an entirely new meaning. I think this is what Suri means when she says she likes my poems. It's like seeing a whole new side of someone you thought you knew completely. Suri finishes and we all applaud. I did it! Yep, good job. Yuri beams as she walks back to her seat. So, who'd like to go next? Natsuki, Yuri, and I all look at each other nervously. I open my mouth, but Yuri beats me to punch. I'll go. Nice. Thanks for showing initiative, Yuri. Yes. Yuri rushes over to the podium, clutching at the sheet of paper in her hands. This poem is called... Yuri freezes as she looks up at us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri begins to recite her poem. Her voice is shaky at first, but the more she reads, the more confident she becomes. It's similar to what happened when she gets absorbed in her books. The shy and apprehensive Yuri I'm used to is replaced by a fierce and confident woman. The poem itself is like a maze in structure, with twists and turns every line. But Yuri is unfazed and enunciates every word in perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back to reality and glances around her, as if she's bewildered even herself. Monika's the first to start applauding. Sheepishly, I follow along, and soon the club room is filled with the sound of applause. Yuri ducks her head in embarrassment, a shy smile creeping over her face. Oh, look at my girl. She's so nervous, dude. It's adorable. Yuri, that was really good. Like I said, you don't have anything to worry about. Thank you for sharing. Thanks. I guess Yuri's done for the day. Aw, poor girl. Natsuki? Why should I go before Richie? It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Richie lower everyone's standards before I go. Natsuki. Monika hastens to chastise her, shooting me a sympathizing look. That was kind of rude, don't you think? You should apologize to Richie. Natsuki's face turns red as all the girls all turn to look at her. Ugh. I'm sorry that my reading voice isn't that great. I decided to spare Natsuki the embarrassment. Hey, it's really no big deal. I'll end up going at some point anyway, might as well do it now. Thing is, I don't have much of a selection to choose from. I just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I take a deep breath. In my head, I repeat myself the advice that Monika gave to Sayori. Try to imagine you're alone, like you're reciting to yourself. Alone. My house is the first thing that comes to mind when I think of being alone. The scene rapidly develops in my mind, like I'm recalling a recent memory. I'm sitting alone at my desk, the dim light hanging in the ceiling, giving a warmth to my room. In front of me is the poem I had just finished, the ink from my pen still fresh on the page. I pick up the notebook and begin to reciting it out loud. While I'm not the most confident in it, I still try and put energy into it. I can almost hear my voice echoing off the bedroom walls. As I finish, the sound of applause pulls me out of my daydream. I'm back in the club room, standing at the podium while the girls politely applaud my performance. That was good, Richie. I guess. Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. I don't think it's your writing abilities, but rather your lack of confidence that weighs you down. That's something that will improve over time, though, so don't worry. Yeah, okay. Thanks. Alright then, that just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. As she says this, Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... Stop looking at me! But you're presenting. You don't have to stare straight into my soul, though. She doesn't know what to compose herself. Anyway, this poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. While her voice is unenthusiastic, the poem has a surprising amount of energy to it. The rhymes tie into each other seamlessly, creating a flow that moves the poem along with a brisk pace. The words seem to bounce up and down with rhythm, seemingly making the poem come to life. It's Natsuki's signature style, and it works exceptionally well when read aloud. She quickly finishes and huffs as she makes her way back to her seat while we applaud her. That wasn't so bad, was it? She stares at her poem blankly for a second before replying. Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well... That's what we're gonna be doing at the festival, so... Do you at least feel confident enough to do it in front of a crowd? I guess. Not like there's any other choice. And I guess it'll be easier than doing it in front of other people. I can just put whatever face I want with strangers. I don't care about what they think of me. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. But I still hate the idea. But I still hate the idea that we have to perform. She mutters that last sentence under her breath. The others probably didn't even hear it. I knew Natsuki was stubborn, but this is a whole nother level. However, it does look like she's going along with the idea of performing at the festival. Well, at least for now, since she's totally outvoted and can't come up with another idea anyway. Really? That's a surprise. For me, it's the other way around. Having all those people looking at you, judging you? Well, I don't like to think about it. I can relate to that. Yuri murmurs quietly. The thought of so many eyes observing your every move all at once. She trails off, shaking her head. Well, that's just how it is, so... Natsuki sighs in frustration. Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. Speaking of which, I want to thank you all for performing. It might be difficult, but now that we have a general idea of what it'll be like, we'll be able to prepare ourselves. Make sure you go pick out a poem and show it to me by tomorrow, okay? I'll need to know it so I can make the pamphlets over the weekend. I should probably find a different poem to recite. I know you'd prefer it if we use our own poetry, but I'm probably going to pick a poem from a poet I like or something. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, Richie. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all this effort into the club. Low expectations, huh? More like any effort put in makes me happy in general. Monica smiles at me and then turns to smile at everyone else. That goes for everyone here. Thanks for going along with these last minute plans. Anyway, I think that about does it for today. Let's still try and write poems for tomorrow, okay? I know the festival's coming up, but it's been working out nicely. The past few days, and I'd like to continue it. And I'd like it to continue. Tomorrow we'll finalize who's doing what for the festival, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Remember, we have until Monday. It'll be so much fun, I can't wait! We all stand up, packing away our things. However, Monica's voice stops us. Oh, and guys? She pauses, twirling a strand of her hair in her hand. This club truly does mean so much to me, and I really appreciate what you're willing to do for it. You guys are the best. In typical fashion, Natsuki just rolls her eyes. Yuri smiles timidly, and while Sayori wears a hearty smile. Let's just get this over with. I hope we don't regret this. It's okay, Monica. Nothing to thank us for. We really appreciate what you've made for us. Can't help but catch Yuri muttering under her breath after she says this. I can do this. I can do this. Yeah, I love it here. We'll get to spread this cozy little place to other people. Yeah, it's all good, Monica. Alright. I stand up and grab my bag. While I'm not certainly as enthusiastic as Monica or Sayori about the festival, if I can pull that little daydream stunt again, I think it'll be alright. It's for the sake of the club. Not to mention impressing the girls. Once I'm fully packed up, I walk over to Sayori. Ready to go? Yep. Jeez, don't you ever get tired of always walking home with Richie, Sayori? Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Oh, don't mind her. You guys are more adorable than anything. Alright. No need to make such a big deal about it. It must be a little nice, though. Yeah, I guess. Ah, jeez. Let's just go already, Sayori. Gay! Oh, it's so cute. The two of us begin to walk home. A lot has changed in the past few days. Lost in thought, I don't even notice how quiet Sayori's being until we're almost back home. There's a lot going on in the club now, eh? I'll bet you're thinking about all your new vice president duties that you'll have to deal with when the club grows. Yeah. Anything specific on your mind? Not really. Sayori, did you want to talk? I mean, we don't have to if you're thinking about stuff. It's nice talking to you. I was thinking about something from earlier. It's nice that we, never mind, it's nothing. You're sounding a little like Yuri right now. Huh? Oh, yeah. Well, I guess I just have a question for you, Richie. What's up? Sayori clears her throat before speaking. So let's just say one day Yuri asked to walk with home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Eh, I would still walk home with Sayori. Come on. Come on, we're doing the Sayori route. It only makes sense. Sayori, I'd walk with you, of course. Sayori pauses for a moment. Eh? She glances at me from the side before turning away. But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, why me? Her reply surprises me, and I'm not sure how to answer what she wants to hear. I always see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Richie. She gives me a pained smile. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sorry, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, like I said, I've enjoyed catching up with you again. Why would I just change that for another girl? Walking home with you and talking about just anything, it's a great throwback. She doesn't seem as happy as I've imagined. I mean, both our childhoods were pleasant. Strange. The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Sayori and I part ways without saying another word. I reach my house and open the door. I'm home. No response. I'm alone as usual. I'm all to myself. Talking to myself as if I'm a protagonist in a manga or a game. I must be going stir crazy. Oh, buddy, you have no idea. Mom is still out on her business trip. She's never home anymore. I miss her. But I don't blame her for anything. It's hard enough providing for yourself, let alone a kid. Since I'm alone, I decided to make an instant meal for dinner. Digging through my cabinets, I find some old soup cups. Miso soup sounds good. I unwrap the packaging, pour some water in it, and place the meal in the microwave. Hey, whoa, no. You're not supposed to actually put it in the microwave, buddy. If it's ramen, you have to just put hot water in the cup and let it sit there for 3 minutes. Don't actually put styrofoam in the microwave, okay? It's not a good idea. While it cooks, my mind wanders back to the performance earlier. That daydream was so vivid, it's so realistic. Can I really pull off that performance again, but this time in front of a crowd? It wasn't even that great in the first place. Just doing it in front of the girls was nerve-wracking. Guess I'm not really used to being around people again. Maybe that's it. Thinking about it, I guess I've been subconsciously isolating myself from people ever since the divorce. For it even in some cases. I wonder when I started shutting myself. Maybe that's part of why Sayori and I drifted apart over the past few years. It wasn't intentional or anything. It just happened. At least I don't think it was intentional. But I'm glad I got to reconnect with her in the literature club. It's given me something to do, something to look forward to that isn't anime or video games. Talking with the girls has made me feel more appreciated. It's nice feeling. Something that's been missing from me ever since the divorce. Maybe that's why Sayori likes walking home with me. It makes her feel appreciated. Sayori. The more I think about it, the more concerned for her I get. Also, is this new music? I think this is new music. She's said some pretty weird stuff. But I guess people just have their off days. Maybe she's just changed a bit over the years. Pretty normal, right? I like to think I'd be able to tell if something was up with her. Although, given our recent distance, I'm not so sure. Sure, we've started talking again, but that's a lot of time. Maybe that'll change. We'll go back to how we used to. Beep. I hope. Oh boy. Alright. Well. I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave this video here for now. So, Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.
You say you wanna try